National League North prediction, the 2026-27 season. 24th, I'm on for Bedford Town. I know a lot of people have been commenting to me about Bedford Town. I'm going to really struggle this season. Bedford have lost Tino Marsh. They've not made many signings. Summer recruitment's been very poor. They've got Harry Smart as their manager. He was assistant manager of Bedford last season with Lee Birchin. They've lost lots of players this season. I think for the Eagles, it's going to be a really, really struggling season for them. 23rd, they're gone for Southport. Got Neil Dans as their manager and Mark Duffy as their assistant manager. They keep majority of their squad. I feel for the Port, it's going to be a really good season. 22nd, they're gone for Marine. The Merseyside side did really well last year. Finished top half of the table. Got to their FA Trophy semi-final last season. Lost to Wealdstone 1-0. I feel it's going to be a struggling season this year. It's their third season at Enterprise National League North. The league is getting more competitive, more physical. I feel Marine, the Mariners, will really struggle. 23rd, on for Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe have had off the field issues this season. They've got Bernard Morley. It's his first time managing on his own. The summer recruitment's not been too bad. You know, they've made 2 signings. For me, the Greater Manchester side will just struggle this season. I think the 21st. 20th, I'm going with Spennymoor Town. Spennymoor, I got Tony Miller as their manager and Matty Dolan as player coach. Both joint managers end of last season did alright in the end. After Graham Lee's departure, they did really well last year. Just missed out on playoffs on the last game of the season. 19th, Chorley. Chorley did really struggle last year. The Lancashire side, nicknamed the Magpies. They did they started really well last season. They just fall off second half of the season. I think for the Magpies, it's going to be a struggling season for them. 18th, from Kingsland Town. Kingsland have Paul Caddis, the assistant manager, the ex-Hereford manager. Michael Cluden's gone as CEO now, which is fantastic for the player. Doing that, I think this year it's going to be a similar season to Kingsland. 17th, Darlington. 17th, we've gone with Darlington. Darlington have lost St Main to ASC Fylde, which is a big, massive loss for the Quakers. 16th, Oxford City, the Oxfordshire side, nicknamed the Hoops. They've got Ross Jenkins, their manager. They signed in Johnny Maxted. They've kept Ian Clark, Ruan Clark, Sam McCracken, Josh Aspey, and Matty Taylor. But their Oxfordshire side will do really well this season. 15th, we've gone for Hebburn Town. They nicknamed the Hornets. They've got Daniel Moore as their manager. He used to play for Hebburn, but now he's manager. They've got Mark Hudson as their assistant manager. They've lost Gary Martin as their goal scorer last season. I think for the Hornets, it's going to be just stay in the league this season. 14th, run of the Worksop Town. The Nottinghamshire side very well last season. The Ketlikes are Mason Elneny, Deegan Atherton. They're keeping Lewis Whittam for next season. They've kept quite a few players this season. And they've lost only like 4 or 5 players. Craig Parry is a very good manager for the level. His recruitment last year was fantastic for the Tigers. I think it's going to be a really good season this year. It's going to be a couple of places higher for the Tigers this season. 13 from gone for Telford United. They did very well last season. They got Kevin Wilkins as their manager. The Shropshire side did very, very well last season. And for me, I've got them to just drop off this season. 12 have gone for Harbour Town. The Leicestershire side won the Southern League Premier Division Central Division last season. They've kept Carabin left their squad. They've kept likes of Liam Doman, Connor Kennedy. I think for the Bees this season, I think it's going to be a very good season for them, for the newly promoted side. 11th have gone with Spalding United. The Lancashire side won the playoffs last season, finished second last season. They've got Jimmy Dean as their manager. They kept Calibre in their squad. For the Lancashire side, it will do very well next season. 10th, Hereford. Hereford struggled last season with financial problems with the pitch playing a lot to catch up. It took them out big time. Aaron Downs is a very good manager for that level. He was a caretaker manager at Torquay United. For me, I think they're going to do very well next season. Just miss out on playoffs. 9th, Morecambe. The newly relegated side were in National League last season. Finishing 22nd last year. They went down last season. They got Alan Lakeman as their manager. He was managed at Farley Celtic, Curzon Ashton and Kings Lynn Town. For me, I think Morecambe are going to do very well next season. 8th, Brackley Town. The Northamptonshire side did very poor in their debut season in National League. A lot of people did happen to go down last season. I did. I'm 23rd last season. I've got them in 8th place this season. 7th, Hentford Town. The Staffordshire side did very, very well last season. They got Kelvin Davies is their manager. They're going to be full-time professional club next season. And I think they're going to be a very good season for the Pickmen next season. 6th, Merthyr Town. Ike and the Matters. They've got Paul Michael as their manager with Andrew Smith as assistant manager. They kept Calibre in their squad last season. They lost Ricardo Reese in January transfer window to Forest Green Rovers. Scored over 100 goals for the Martyrs. It was very good for Ricardo Reese. I feel Merthyr are going to do very well next season. 5th, going for Buxton. Buxton did very well last year, finished 5th. Fortunately lost to South Shield in the semi-final. The Bucks have kept quality their squad from last season. They've lost John McGrath to AFC Halifax Town as the manager, and Palio Mills as well going with him. I feel for the Bucks this year, it's going to be the same finish as last year, I think 5th. 4th, I'm going for Scarborough Athletic. Scarborough Athletic are going to go back at, they're going to be back at home in Scarborough Sports Village. The name is the Flamingo Land Stadium. Last year they had off-field issues last year. Off the pitch and on the pitch. For Scarborough, going to be a very good season next year. 3rd, Macclesfield. Macclesfield finished 4th last year. They've got Christian Dibble, the goalkeeper, from Kidderminster Harriers. They've recruited quite well so far from John Rooney's team in his first managerial career. Well, did very well last season, getting to the third round of the FA Cup, beating Crystal Palace, unfortunately lost to Brentford in the fourth round. I thought this year it's going to be a steady progress for the Silkmen. Second, Chester. Chester did very well last season. Finished 7th last year. Up and down campaign. Losing Karen McIntyre as their manager. Thinking Connell Ronninson is the interim manager. They've got Paul Parkinson, the ex-Altrincham manager. Plays a very attractive football at Altrincham, aka the Robins. For this year, Chester will win the points. South Shields. Hawks lost in the power final last year. They've got Ian Watson as their manager. I feel they're going to do really well next season. On to National League South now. '24th, I'm going for Dorking Wanderers. 23rd, Hampton Richmond Boa. 22nd, Farnham Town. 23rd, Bolton and Hersham. 20th, Biriaki Town. 19th, Folkestone in Tidtia. 18th, Farnborough. 17th, I'm going for we've got 17th. 17th, we've gone for, can't see that one. I think that might be Dagenham and Redbridge, I don't know, not sure. '16th, Salisbury. 15th, I think it might have been Dover or Salisbury, no. It was Salisbury. 15th, 17th, Salisbury. 16th, Dover Athletic. 15th, Tonbridge Angels. 14th, Horsham. 23rd, Dagenham and Redbridge. 12th, AFC Totton. 11th, Cheshire United. 10th, Slough Town. 9th, Edsfleet United. 8th, Maidenhead United. 7th, Chelmsford City. 6th, Maidstone United. 5th, Hemel Hempstead Town. 4th, Weston-super-Mare. 3rd, Truro City. 2nd, Braintree Town. And 3rd, Torquay United. Please like, share and subscribe and notifications, and I'll see you for the next video on next Friday. Bye bye.